Wow. Um, Skynet is here. It's finally happened. And it's scary. It's scary. So what am I talking about? Welcome to this channel. Follow me on Instagram if you want AI news, everything AI. And here's what's going on. If you haven't heard, and you probably haven't because this just happened, we've got AI that can create software. Yes, the first AI software engineer. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Here, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. Let's take it away.
Hey, I'm Scott from Cognition AI, and today I'm really excited to introduce you to Devin, the first AI software engineer. Let me show you an example of Devin in action. I'm going to ask Devin to benchmark the performance of Llama on a couple different API providers. From now on, Devin is in the driver's seat. First, Devin makes a step-by-step plan of how to tackle the problem. After that, it builds the whole project using all the same tools that a human software engineer would use. Devin has its own command line, its own code editor, and even its own browser. In this case, Devin decides to use the browser to pull up API documentation so that it can read up and learn how to plug into each of these APIs.
Crazy.
Here, Devin runs into an unexpected error.
Okay, let's see what it's gonna do.
Devin actually decides to add a debugging print statement. Reruns the code with the debugging print statement, and then uses the error in the logs to figure out how to fix the bug.
Listen.
Finally, Devin decides to build and deploy a website with full styling as the visualization.
Wow. I wonder if they're prompting this
You
thing.
can see the website here. All of this is possible today because of the advancements that we've made in both reasoning and long-term planning. It's a really hard problem,
Wait, hold on.
and we've only just started.
This is ChatGPT. Okay, I'll let it play.
But we're super excited about the progress that we've made so far. In the meantime, if you'd like to try out Devin on your own real-world tasks, send us a request below, and we'd be happy to forward it to Devin.
Wow. Yo, that is crazy. Okay, let me take a look at this thing here. Let's look at this graph. Okay, what is this? We have ChatGPT 3.5 real software engineering performance, software engineering bench. 0.52%, less than 1% for GPT-3. GPT-4, 1.74%. Llama is 3 times as good as GPT-4. Claude beats all of them, but what was this? Devin beats Claude and the rest of them it beats Claude by 3. Well, almost 3, 4.8, 15, but practically percent of issues resolved. Now, granted, this is still less than 1/5 of issues resolved, right? But you know how AI operates, okay? Just last year, we had crazy, images or videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it definitely looked AI-like and everything. But now, 1 year later, the video is super convincing, and you can hardly tell the difference. If you're not looking for artificial intelligence, then how are you going to know? So the fact that we're here now, that the AI, yeah, people are saying, oh, it can only do, it can't develop or deploy a full software or whatever, or a thing like that. Actually, it just did, at least some kind of web page. And it can only finish 13.8% of tasks, but that's now, okay? You know how technology goes. It's going to only get better and a lot faster and exponentially. It doesn't get better linearly. Not with AI, not with Skynet. Okay. It gets better like this. Like it ramps up. This is scary. I mean, it's exciting, but it's exciting. But yo, Well, what's going to happen? I mean, I've been trying to make software for different things, right? And I would ask and prompt ChatGPT to help me with the software. And then you'd still have to develop it on your own. And then there are no code platforms out there. But what does this mean for Devin? And, what other companies are going to be doing this thing? I mean, Claude and Llama and all of these Meta and OpenAI, they're probably going to start competing a bit more as far as real software engineering performance. Now that we've got Cognition here. I just knocked my bottle off the table. Cognition is going crazy with the 13.86%. So, okay. Okay, here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to start competing seriously now. It was accepted that, okay, we're not there yet. We're not going to scare the software engineers. Okay. And then Cognition is just like, screw all that. Like we're coming in here with the Devin. We're bringing Skynet to you. Like it's on the way. Okay. This is crazy. I'm excited. I hope it doesn't cause an arm and a leg. It'll probably be, somewhat affordable and whatnot whenever they decide to release this. But let's see, capable of handling a wide range of dev tasks. Wide range. That's a bold claim. So in one case, it learned from a blog post. I mean, we saw it do a number of wide ranges. It debugged on its own. It decided to make a debug thing. It has its own terminal and all that stuff. So, it makes sense. In case it learned from a blog post how to run the code to produce images, with concealed messages. Meanwhile, in another, it handled an Upwork project to run a computer vision model by writing and debugging the code for it. Let's look at this Upwork
Hey,
project.
I'm Walden, one of the developers here at Cognition
I'm gonna
AI.
subscribe
We
to
were playing
them.
around with whether or not Devin could start a side hustle on Upwork. So here's
Aside,
actual real job from Upwork,
can
where
we
the
give it
client wants to
problems
set up this
associated with
computer vision
hardware? I would
model,
love to test
which
it on some
actually looks
robotics
quite interesting.
and related tasks. Oh, actually, I'm not showing my screen. Sorry about that. I'm getting used to this software and I need to do better with that. Okay. So I was just looking at an article that explained all of this. So the link is in the description below if you don't know where the article is from. And then this
I'm
takes me
Walden,
to the
one of the developers
page.
here at Cognition AI. We were playing around with whether or not Devin could start a side hustle on Upwork. So here's actual real job from Upwork, where the client wants to set up this computer vision model, which actually looks quite interesting. Seems
Okay.
very difficult to set up. I'm not sure how I would start doing this, but
So to set up your computer vision model, you would typically get something like Anaconda or some IDE, some integrated development environment, and then use Python, get your scikit-learn libraries, your XGBoost, your artificial neural network libraries, and then you would you would train it on a bunch of data on images that look similar to what you're wanting to detect. Okay. If you want more details on how that works, check out my videos where I explain how to do that and even how I demonstrate how to do that. Okay. And then here in the comments, I paused the video, but let's see. Can we give it problems associated with hardware? Yes, that would be great. I would love to test it on some robotics related tasks. Interesting. So he's talking maybe about how to program your hardware. Looks cool, but what kind of infrastructure using to support such a complex system? The cost will be a major factor. I would argue that cryptocurrency might be more expensive, uh, is more expensive overall. Although I could be wrong. OpenAI is spending tons of money to run their systems, so I have no idea. But who knows? Okay, I'm just shooting out the window. I could be wrong. Hi, I'm Sergio, former exec, Y Combinator. I have a good internal task to give Devin a try. How can I get in touch with someone? Wow, I mean, the video just came out, people. The video just came out, and people are already asking. People have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. I didn't expect this to. This just came out of nowhere. Could you please model an AI on the best physicist so we can get an AI Einstein? That sounds great. I'll be interested once it makes no mistake whatsoever, just like a real software. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, that's a good one. These run 24/7. That is true. That's scary. Yo. This is okay. Let's see what
You
it
know, you
does.
give the task to Devin and ask Devin to figure it out, and things just kick off. Devin immediately goes ahead, and you can see it sort of starts setting up the repo. It actually runs into some issues here with the
Yeah.
versioning. So if you watch how Devin deals with it,
Devin deals with it.
Devin's actually updating the code to make these things work. He continues with this, loading and importing packages. You can see that actually downloads images from the internet to run through the model. But you can see here that there are actually some issues that come across. However, Devin knows how to handle these things. Devin kind of pushes through, and if you look closely,
So he's
Devin's actually doing print line debugging here,
wow.
where Devin is adding these statements to track where the data flows.
Yes, the print
And
statement.
Devin continues to do
The
this.
print statement is a very popular way to debug your code, to see what's actually going on in there instead of just guessing. I show that in video tutorials I do for programming.
Until Devin understands how everything's working and actually then updates the code with the fixes after removing print line statements. Devin continues this pattern of fixing code and running it again until it runs the image model
Right.
across all of these rows across the world. And we can ask for a report from Devin.
Okay, what's the accuracy? Is
At which point,
86%?
Devin sends over some sample images of roads with damage marked out
Wow.
and a nice TXT file
Okay.
explaining Devin's work and the different kinds of outputs of the model.
With a score of
Good job, Devin.
Okay, category 1 detections with an average score of 30%. Wait, no, 3 wait, what? Wait, what's the scoring system? Summary statistics. So I'm not sure what the scoring system, like what scale that's on. Is this saying a 3% success rate? Okay. If this, I mean, from what that reads as, it's a 3% and 4% and 3% success rates and everything, which is really low, but it's something. And I mean, granted, if I'm driving along in a motorcycle, how many times am I going to detect that? Right. This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, this is really, it's very good, but it's also scary. What's going to happen? What if the AI, I mean, the AI is going to make mistakes, right? But every programmer makes mistakes. That's how we have bugs and things that just weren't accounted for. But imagine artificial intelligence stress testing its own code by another artificial intelligence coming up with stress test scenarios to test the code from the AI, and then they're going back and forth. So now you have this robust, unhackable code, or maybe it's always hackable as long as you have a smarter AI. This is wild. Okay, let me know what you think, what your comments are, and what would you like to apply Devin to do, and what jobs you would want Devin to have. You know, if you have special ideas in your head about what software projects you want, this makes me think about some software projects that I'm working on too, in particular, that, you know, once I get them off the ground, those would make me some money, right? So I mean, what's going to happen? Is this going to commoditize programming? I'd say about in 2-3 years or something like that. Commoditize programming solutions, full software solutions to decent lower level to mid-level tasks. I don't imagine this becoming competent as a software engineer in a software engineering team for a full large-scale software. But considering how quickly AI can learn, because it works 24/7, it doesn't have the limitations that we do as humans. Plus, as much money and as many machines as you can throw at, as many NVIDIA graphics cards as you can throw at this thing, with multiple AI tools, maybe they can close the gap much faster in the amount of time it takes for any one or group of software engineers who have 20 years of experience each to get the job done. Maybe all those hundreds of years worth of experience at a software company can be shortcut by AI in, I think, in about 10 years. Well, maybe 8 years. I don't even know. I don't even know what to guess anymore. Maybe 8 to 10 years or less. You have these different AI software tools overtaking now full-blown companies. What if there's a better Google? I don't think Google's ever going to go away. They'll probably make their own models, but if they haven't already. But you can now make, not now, but in the future, the near future, the foreseeable future now, you can start making your own software company if you have enough capital to just hire some AI bots, right? Hire some Devins and whatever names that they have, Claude and Sophia or whatever these things are, okay? Let me know what your comments are in below. Give me any feedback. Give feedback on this Devin. It's scary, man. Peace.